guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I will be talking through some questions that I ask myself when trying to determine if I should buy an item of clothing or if I bought it online, should I keep it or should I return it? But before we get into it, if you're new here, I just wanted to say hi, I'm Kathy. I post new videos every week and I'm really glad you're here. So if you've been around my channel for a little bit, you know that I like to shop, I like to try on clothes, I like to make try on haul videos, but as you can also guess, I do not keep everything that I try on. So I've been thinking recently about what makes me decide to keep or buy that item of clothing when I try it on and what should be informing that decision. What are the things that I should be thinking through as I'm trying to decide? So I wrote down a bunch of questions that should help me in the future with any clothing purchase decisions, and I'm hoping that it will be helpful for you as well. So for each of these questions, I'm assuming that I'm either in the store trying the item on and deciding whether or not I want to buy it, or I've already purchased the item online and I'm at home trying it on, trying to decide, do I want to keep it or do I want to return it? So the first question may seem like an obvious one, but it is one that I do get tripped up on quite often. And so the first question is, does it fit well? Not does it fit, does it fit well? I think that when I initially try something on, there is kind of that immediate feeling of, do I like it? Do I not like it? Does it fit? Does it not fit? And I think that can be really helpful, but I do think there are some even further tests that I can do to really make sure that I really like the item, it fits well, and I'm comfortable in it. Everyone might have different preferences in terms of the things that they want to test, but some of these things might be as you're moving around in it, does it show any parts of your body that you do not want to show? If it's pants and you're walking around in them, do they slowly start to slide down, or maybe they even ride up and then they're uncomfortable or they're too short? If it has buttons and you're moving around in the shirt, do the buttons ever pull apart? Is it just generally comfortable in every position? And are you having to fix it? So maybe with a strapless top, are you having to constantly pull it up? So to test each of these things, there's a number of things that you can do. In general, it's just moving, wearing the clothes. You can jump up and down a little bit. You can sit down, see if the waist is still comfortable. You can squat to see how stretchy the pants are. You can lift your legs, you can lift your arms, you can lean forward. And if you are at home, you can of course walk around for 5 minutes or so in them and see, are my pants staying up or are they falling down? I have a really hard time with this question because typically it takes me a little bit longer to decide, am I fully comfortable in this? And so it can take me an hour of wearing an item before I really know if I'm comfortable in it or not. And at that point, I've already taken the tags off, it's already been worn, I cannot return it, and so that's not really ideal. And so I'm trying to work on going through these questions, trying the different things to see if it fits, and know better if I'm actually going to be comfortable in this item and if it fits right or not. The next question is, do I have something like this already? And this can be a really helpful question to ask, and there's kind of some follow-up questions that go with it depending on your answer. So if you don't have anything like this already, then great, you can move on to the next question. If you do have something like this already, then I think the first question to ask is there a reason to have more than one of this item? So maybe it's a pair of jeans and you wear jeans all the time, and so it's beneficial for you not to just have one or two pairs of jeans. So it kind of depends on what the item is. Even if you do have another similar item, I also like to ask, am I going to be replacing that other item with this one, which is presumably better? So if you're not entirely happy with the other item of this item that you have, it's not bad to want to replace it. I think as long as, for me, I'm really careful that I actually do like this one better than that one, and that I actually will get rid of the other one so that it's not taking up space in my closet. So I think for me, I just have to be careful that I'm not constantly replacing items, because if I'm not even gonna end up liking that one and I just replace that one, then I'm just gonna want to replace that one again, if that makes any sense. This is confusing. Basically, I'm just trying to avoid the cycle of constantly replacing with new ones that I then don't actually like. It's not a good idea. The next question that I like to ask is this item in trend right now, and is it gonna go out of style in the near future? The item being a trend is not necessarily bad, but I think it's good to look at your closet, look at your wardrobe as a whole, and figure out, okay, how much of my clothes is trendy clothes and how much is it just everyday basic pieces that you're gonna be able to wear for 10 more years. Unless you have an insane clothing budget, then go for it, buy all the trendy clothes that you want. For me personally, I don't tend to buy trendy clothes, at least I don't think so. So for me, I actually could probably use more of those trendy clothes in my closet just to add a little bit more spice and variation to my somewhat boring clothes. But either way, whether you love trendy clothes or you don't love trendy clothes, I think it's helpful to look at your closet as a whole and evaluate what amount of it is trendy clothes versus how much of it is the more classic, timeless pieces. The next question is along similar lines, and that is, how many other pieces of clothing do I have that would go with this one? I would say when you're trying on an item for the first time, it's great if you can think of 4 or 5 outfits that you could wear this item with. And when I say that, I mean outfits that are consisting of that item and then the rest of the items you already own. I know for me personally, if I don't have items that go with that piece, then I will either just not wear the item very often, or I will feel like I need to buy more items so that I can wear that item, which is not great. Also similarly, the next question is, how many occasions do I have that I would wear this item for? For this question, I like to just think of my daily life. What am I doing all the time? And for me, that is mostly hanging out with my kids, being at home, going for walks, playing at the park. My wardrobe would probably need to look very different if I was going to work every day. It's not bad to have clothing for special occasions or once a week occasions. For me, there are times where I want to dress up a little bit more, maybe for date night or going to church or maybe even a wedding. And so it is important to have those items in your closet, but I would say just not too many of them, and then also making sure that the ones that you do have are pretty versatile. The next question is, what are the care instructions for this item? I know for me personally, the fanciest I get with my laundry is to wash the item on cold and maybe lay it down flat to dry. So if I need to have something dry cleaned, yeah, that's just not gonna happen for me, and I probably should not own that item. I'm sure that there are exceptions to this, but either way, I would say find out what is realistic for you and try to stick to mostly only clothing that fits within that. Also, one other aspect of the care instructions to think about is this item going to wrinkle easily, and do I have the time to press out the wrinkles, get rid of them, or are you just gonna walk around with a bunch of wrinkles on your clothes? Because that's what I would do, probably. The next question is a very, very, very important one, and this is, does it have pockets? Okay, I'm not entirely serious, but what I am serious about is, does this item make you happy? Does it make you smile when you wear it? If there's something about the item that you're just not quite sure about, then maybe pass and look for something else that's similar that does tick all the boxes. The last question that I ask after considering all of the previous questions is this item worth the price for me? If the item ticks all of my boxes and I think that the price matches up well with the quality, then that's wonderful. But I always do try to think about as well, is it going to be on sale ever? Is it already on sale? Is it going to be on sale in the future soon? Do I think? I mean, I don't know how I would know, but obviously if an item does tick all of my boxes and I think that the quality is good, I'm definitely willing to pay a little bit more for good quality. I'm a big sale and clearance person, and so I try not to buy anything that's not on sale or clearance already, but I do think it depends on the item, the quality of the item, how much I like it, those types of things. So those are all the questions that I try to use in order to determine if I should purchase a clothing item or not. Let me know down in the comments if I forgot any questions that you ask yourself, or which of these questions was maybe the most helpful for you to think about. Well, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was super helpful for you and will just help you make smart purchases in the future. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. You can subscribe down below if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!